Have you ever wondered how the United States became this place that just seems to churn out new ideas, new companies, and new technologies one after the other? Well, it's not magic. It's more like a machine, an incredibly powerful engine. So for this explainer, we're going to pop the hood and take a look at the blueprint.
So, what's actually in this machine? What makes it go? We're going to look under the hood at the three key parts: the fuel that gets it started, the gears that do the heavy lifting, and the framework that holds it all together. Let's see what really powers this global idea factory. All right, first up, every engine needs a spark to get going. And in America's case, it's this really powerful one-two punch of a unique cultural mindset paired with just a massive amount of financial fuel. Let's see how these two things come together to ignite the whole process.
Now, this is one of those things that's a little intangible, but it is absolutely critical. See, in a lot of places around the world, if you start a company and it fails, that can be a career ender. But in the US, it's often seen as, well, a badge of honor. It's a lesson learned. An entrepreneur's first company might crash and burn, but instead of being an outcast, they're often seen as more experienced, even more fundable for their next big idea. That mindset is what fuels the massive risks you need to take for real breakthroughs.
And of course, bold ideas need bold investment. This number, $296 billion, that was the amount of venture capital invested in just a single year. To put that in perspective, that's more than the entire GDP of a country like Finland. And this isn't just money sitting on the sidelines. It's high-risk capital that is actively hunting for the next big thing, ready to deploy super fast to help ideas scale at a speed that's just unheard of in most of the world.
Okay, so we've got the spark. The engine is fired up. But what are the actual gears turning inside that are doing all the work? Well, that would be the institutions creating brand new knowledge and, just as important, the brilliant people who make it all happen. At the very heart of all this knowledge creation, you have universities like these. And you got to understand, they're so much more than just schools, they are research titans. For example, a lot of the basic technology that became Google actually started as a research project at Stanford. Billions and billions of dollars in funding pour into their labs, creating this constant churn of discovery in every field you can imagine, from AI to biotech. But here's the thing. The talent that powers this engine, it's not confined by borders. American innovation is a truly global effort. I mean, look at this. A huge chunk of the talent comes from outside North America. Engineers, scientists, and founders from practically every country in the world come here to study and to build. And they bring all these diverse perspectives that make the entire system that much more creative and powerful.
Okay, so we've got the spark and we have the gears. But an engine can't run without a solid framework. A chassis, really, to hold it all together and connect all the moving parts. This involves the physical and digital backbone you need to actually build things, plus a really unique model of collaboration that makes the whole system click.
The crucial point here is speed. How fast can you turn an idea into a real thing that people can use? In innovation hubs like Silicon Valley or Austin, the ecosystem is just incredibly dense. You could literally have an idea on a Monday, find a co-founder on Tuesday, build a prototype in a lab on Wednesday, and be pitching it to investors by Friday. This whole journey, from a sketch on a napkin to a product that can scale, is just optimized for velocity. And you know, if there's a secret sauce to this whole thing, this is probably it. It's this incredibly powerful three-way partnership. You have the government, through agencies like DARPA, funding the really crazy, high-risk moonshot research that no private company would ever touch. Then, universities use that funding to generate pure knowledge and train top-tier talent. And then, private companies can swoop in, take those breakthroughs, and turn them into commercial products for the rest of us. It's this self-reinforcing cycle that just keeps getting faster. So, we've looked at all the components. We've seen how they fit together. What happens when this fully assembled engine is running at full throttle? Well, the output has been nothing less than world-changing. Ultimately, it really boils down to this formula right here. When you combine a culture that actually embraces risk, the capital to fund really bold ideas, a system that acts like a magnet for global talent, and the infrastructure to build things incredibly fast, you get more than just random luck. You get a system, an engine where innovation isn't an accident, it's the expected, reliable output.
And that, right there, is the ultimate goal. The whole engine is designed for this one purpose: to make the impossible possible. And we're not just talking about the next cool app for your phone. We're talking about things like mRNA vaccines developed in record time, or private companies launching rockets into orbit. It's a system designed to systematically take on the biggest challenges we face.
And that leaves us with one final and really critical question. We've seen the blueprint for this incredible machine, but as the world changes, as new challenges like climate change and artificial intelligence come into focus, what kind of fuel is this engine going to need for the next 100 years? What parts need an upgrade and what parts must be protected at all costs? Well, that's the big question for the next generation of innovators to answer.